Hey there, if you've been waiting to join eXp, like you've been checking it out, you think it's awesome, you're like 90% of the way there, maybe even 100, but you're waiting for whatever reason, something to close, all the ducks to line up, for all the paperwork, whatever. You got some reason you're just dragging it's a lot of work. You don't have time right now. I have a cautionary tale to tell you. I am going to tell you what it cost me to wait to join eXp for a year, and it's insane. I hadn't looked at this yet. Like I kind of knew this was going to be ugly when I like opened up Pandora's box, but it's uglier than I even imagined. And I want to tell you this because I owe it to you. And I didn't think there was any urgency. I didn't think it was a big deal, and it cost me a lot of money. Let me explain how much. And I want to keep you from making the same mistake. Like if I save you a tenth of what I lost, I will have done my job here. So if you're considering eXp and you want to know why you should not wait, here's why. It cost me $600,000. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm going to like literally show you right here. Conservatively, this is how much it cost me to wait. And, my reasoning was like, my broker kind of talked me out of it. Honestly, it was like, hey, you don't want to become a recruiter. You don't want your sales to fall off, and I was like, yeah, man, it's true. I want to stay focused on my business. And I kind of drug my feet, and it was a lot of work, and we had to change the signs and whatever. And, about a year after I decided I was going to really wanted to come, we actually came. And so I did the math on what that cost me, and I'm going to lay that all out here for you. And I'm tracking this from August of 19. That's when I went to Las Vegas with Dan Beer and Kyle Whissel and saw how amazing eXp was. I met incredible people who were outselling me 5-1. And we had a great time and learned about how incredible the eXp model is and how it would help us sell a lot more houses. So like I was in, we came home and I was like ready to go. But then I kind of got talked out of it and all the other stuff, right? So this is kind of how that went, right? Let me start with revenue share. So this is revenue share since I actually joined, which was November of the following year. So it's a little more than a year actually. So these numbers are actually conservative, but in a terrible way. But here's what my revenue share has been since I started, 19,000. If you annualize that, right, because that's not a whole year. So that's about 28,000 annualized. And here's the thing. This is super conservative because the way that revenue share works is it really starts to grow and scale over time. So I for sure lost 28,000, probably more because I waited for even more than a year. So probably closer to 30, 40, 50,000, but we'll say it's 28. And this is money that gets paid to me every month by eXp because I've told people about eXp and they've joined the group. Turns out I didn't actually have to become a recruiter. I just got excited about it and told people, and lots of people joined. It's been a huge win for us. So that's 28,000 right there. Here's the stock I've gotten this is the free stock. This is unavailable. The reason it's unavailable is because this is stock eXp gives me. They have given me so far. That's 24,000 annualized, right? Because it's only 8 months worth of stock. This is free stock, right? And the dollar value there is that's 337 shares. They give me the shares at what they cost when they give them to me, right? And so now the stock is actually much more expensive than when it was when I joined. And so these are free stock I get because, once you sell a certain amount of houses, you get all of your cap back. You get, there's all these, I don't want to bore you with the details. You get a lot of free stock at eXp. And that's 337 shares, which is incredible. That's awesome. But if I had been getting those shares at what they cost when I would have joined, which is here, those would have been $4 each. And I earn about $24,000 a year in free stock at eXp. And if I was getting those stocks purchased at $4 back when I joined, then okay, everybody figures out eXp is awesome. We're riding the roller coaster just like any other stock, but all the way marching up. They just had their quarterly earnings call. eXp super profitable. Investors loved it. That happened right here. It's just going crazy, right? It's fantastic. So now the stock's at whatever that is, $49 right now. That means I would have bought 6,000 shares all along here. That 24 grand worth of free stock eXp gave me would have been way more stock because it would have been at $4 instead of $40. That would have ended up being 6,000 shares. Those shares then went up to the $48 mark you see here. That right there is $288,000, folks. And here's the thing. You see how it says it's unavailable up here? That means I couldn't sell it. I'm not allowed to. That vests in 3 years. I don't get it right away. I couldn't sell it if I wanted to. eXp wants you to stick around, right? So they say, hey, we'll give you all these shares and you can have them in 3 years and sell them. What's amazing about that is if I know most human beings would have sold here or here or here, any number of places, right? But I'm forced to ride the ride for 3 years. So I get to benefit from that incredible stock appreciation, and I don't have to suffer from my human nature that wants to sell things too quickly. And that would be $288,000 of shares in my account that I just get to enjoy. And 2 years from now, I could have sold it and whatever, done whatever I wanted with that kind of money. That was that was the one today when I did the math that I was like, God, what an idiot. I can't believe I waited. Okay, but yeah, that's maybe you're never going to recruit anybody. Maybe, you're not going to earn as much shares as me, because you don't sell as many, whatever, right? Okay, sure. Let's talk about sales. This is as of August 22nd, and it's 2021 right now. We did all of last year, 70 million in sales. Pretty good for my sales team. We had plateaued there for several years and kind of poking around that 70, $80 million mark. Here's what I've done this year as of August 22nd, 96 million. We got a bunch of months left still. We got 3 months, even if you assume, we stopped tracking in like November because real estate sales kind of close a month later. That's still forecasting me at 128 million. That's an extra $1.4 million in commissions we'll make this year over last year. My profit margin's around 20%. That's $285,000. So that is painful. And the reason I am selling so many more houses is because I'm around incredible agents that are helping me grow leaps and bounds. Like I'm going to do 128 million in sales this year, me and my team. Dan Beer, who's been helping me, coaching me, mentoring me because he's a part of eXp and he is one of my sponsors. He's going to do 4 times that amount. Do you think it helps me to sell more houses being around someone like Dan, who's going to do 4 times as much sales as me? Of course it does, right? I'm hanging out with those guys doing masterminds. We're on calls every single Monday. You could be on those same calls. So this number right here, I hope it puts the $600,000 mark. I hope that puts the fear of God in you to get going. Whatever it is that's in the way, whatever fee, whatever hassle, whatever sign redesign, whatever it is, knock it off. Knock it off. We're just getting started. eXp is on the ride up and you are not too late. Curtis Johnson joined back here and he thought he was too late because there were already 5,000 agents at eXp. Now we have 60,000 agents at eXp. There are 1 million just in the United States. We don't even have 7% market share. The ride is just getting started and everybody's coming. It's just a matter of when. And the sooner you get on board, the sooner you get to enjoy this upside. Do not make the mistake I made. Do not wait a day longer. Let's get going. Let's get you over and get you on board this incredible ride. You want to be one of the ones who said I was there early. And I can tell you as one of those people who I now feel like I was early. I felt like I was late. Now I feel like I'm early. It's like, dang, dude, we're just getting started. This is awesome. So join us. Come on over. Reach out. Let's get started. Let's have a quick 20-minute strategy meeting on how to move you, your team, whatever you got going on. We've dealt with it before. I can tell you exactly how to move it over. There's all kind of fun ways to make sure this goes smooth. So reach out. Let's get started today. Thanks.